The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Kidu Jr.
And I'm Jasmine Jack. Join me later in the Bulletin for Sports.
In this edition, electronic identification to ease NID delay, new look office for police prosecutors, and PNG darts team return. In March 2020, the first case of COVID-19 was reported in PNG. Markets were shut down as part of the lockdown measures by the government. Many women and their families were affected because they could no longer earn from their livelihood. Because of this, the United Nations Capital Development Fund, in partnership with UN Women and Women's Microbank, launched a project called MARY, an acronym for Markets, Economic Recovery and Inclusion Program. The program, launched almost 3 years, has helped market vendors overcome certain challenges they face.
The Markets Economic Recovery and Inclusion Program, launched in February of 2022 to assist market vendors overcome the challenges they face, has bred success in the 3 years that it has been in operation. United Nations Capital Development Fund, in partnership with UN Women and Women's Microbank Limited, have made a difference in the lives of its customer base of over 700 vendors at the Gordon's Market. Market vendors have opened their bank accounts with the Women's Microbank, been provided financial literacy training, business development skills training, and significantly, a concessional microloan to uplift their income generation.
700 customer base within the market. That's inclusive of the boys that usually do carrier works and market vendors outside. Okay, and then we have a total savings of 600,000, and we have total group accounts of 16 groups that has been opened. 12 from Gordon's Market itself, and 4 others are from other markets like Borco and Waigani. Okay, we have total loan that was issued under the Mary project. We have we issued 102,000 Kina as loan to 90 mothers. There's 10 in each group, so 9 groups.
The objective of the Mary program was to make available concessional loans to market vendors, encourage them the savings culture through group mechanism, and take informed decisions to help grow their group socially and financially. It is reported that not only women have benefited from this program, but also young boys and men that conduct services in and around Gordon's Market as well.
About 291,800 we've issued as normal individual loans, and now they are repaying it. Okay, so a total loan that was dispersed from 2022 till as of current date today is 393,800 was given as loan. And total trainings that was given, about 90 women were issued financial literacy training, And we are looking forward for this year to train our young youths and our other market vendors.
Maricela Kelaton, TV1 News.
The PNG Civil and Identification Registry is set to launch electronic identification cards to address the delays in printing national identification cards. Minister responsible Richard Masere made this announcement on Tuesday in Port Moresby, highlighting the initiative as a step forward in improving the efficiency and accessibility of identification for citizens. The introduction of electronic IDs is expected to streamline the identification process and provide a more reliable means of verifying identity for various services. Further details about the implementation timeline and the features of the electronic IDs are likely to be announced soon.
Will be automatically sent electronically through your mobile or into your computer, wherever you choose it to be sent to. But it will be, there are a few things that we are tidying up, and those are things like the biosecurity issues that we need to make sure that they are tidied up before we officially launch that. So that will be one of the gift to the country that Prime Minister will launch before or just before the celebration of our 50th independence.
Flooding along the Maggi Highway has caused the erosion of several areas of the road and culverts. One in particular is the Sebore River culvert along the Maggi Highway. Construction is taking place to replace the old culvert, and Department of Works are making sure this issue does not come up again.
The Maggi Highway is the only road that takes people to the east of Central Province, where east of Hirikoyari is located, Rigo District, Abao District, and as far as Milne Bay Province. However, a damaged culvert and road can cause chaos to service delivery, employment issues, and many more to these people. The people along the Maggi Highway have faced seasonal flooding for years. This recent flooding in January 2025 has caused damages to the recently constructed Sebore River culvert towards Tubuseria village. According to the Secretary of Department of Works, Gibson Holemba, the culvert replacement works at Mirigara village has been an ongoing maintenance problem due to undersized pipes installed at an incorrect location, incapacitated by high rainfall and runoff at the upstream catchment. He stated that the proposed permanent works is to replace the existing pipes with a reinforced concrete box culverts perpendicular to the main channel. Kana Construction are on site removing the old culvert materials when this news team arrived on site. Holemba shared that the contractors have been slow to address the issue. Whilst on site, consultant for the Department of Works, Francis Kembo, shared that the emergency work is taking place and will take 2 weeks, while the permanent work of box culvert will be completed in 2 months' time. A current bypass will be made for vehicles to travel on without disturbing current road construction. Jasmine Rajak, TV1 News.
Two warring tribes in Sembu Province negotiated a peace agreement following an ongoing conflict that resulted in 7 deaths and properties destroyed. The fighting allegedly started from misleading reports of a domestic violence case between a married couple, where the wife's clansman, Dimbai and Gawale, and the husband's clansmen, Gurumul and Kerenga, engaged in fighting each other from November 11, 2024 to January 13, 2025. Sembu Provincial Police Commander Superintendent Mazuk Rubiang said despite the lives lost and properties destroyed, the continued peace negotiation and awareness from both the police personnel and the community leaders enabled the two warring clans to come to an agreement and decide on peace talks. He said the peace talks eventually led to the actual Brokim Suga and peace ceremony, which is scheduled for Wednesday, 6th February 2025. Prime Minister James Marape has announced the appointment of Finchafen MP Rainbow Paita as Minister assisting the Prime Minister and Menyama MP Solen Loifa as Vice Minister assisting the Prime Minister. The announcement follows the swearing-in by Governor-General Sir Bob Dadai at Government House on Tuesday afternoon.
The appointment of member for Finsafen as a minister on Tuesday brings the number of cabinet ministers to 39, marking a pivotal moment for the government's stability and unity following his departure last year. Paita left the government in 2024 as part of a coalition aligned with an unsuccessful vote of no confidence attempt. Prime Minister James Marape, when welcoming Paita back to the cabinet, emphasized that his return underscores the enduring strength of the coalition government.
This government is running into a 6th year in office. We took leadership by storm in 2019. The Honourable Paita was amongst myself, the Honourable John Rosso, the Honourable Henry Leonardisi, and the few of us who are present today. We decided to change the course of this country in 2019, especially on substantial matters dealing with economic benefits and national entitlements in respect to resources that is harvested in our country. This work is ongoing.
Marape also noted that Paita's decision to rejoin the government reflects a sad commitment to advancing national priorities. The Prime Minister also pointed out that the government, which took office in 2019, is entering a crucial phase as Papua New Guinea celebrates its 50th anniversary this year. He further highlighted the importance of the government's legislative and policy agenda, including major reforms in resource laws, decentralization, and governance structures.
Our party showed their commitment to work with us again. When they rejoined Parliament in November, they won't hesitate in holding back their numbers. They deployed their numbers to assist government pass key constitutional laws. A measure of loyalty is not seen on everyday conversations in Facebook and in media and engagements, but it's really seen on the transaction of numbers voting with government on the floor of Parliament.
Paita thanked the Prime Minister for his decision in giving him the portfolio and committed to working as a cohesive team going forward.
On behalf of the party and the party members, including our executives as well, I think Prime Minister has covered everything that needs to be said. We are here to contribute and bring stability, and we don't take this occasion for granted. We will try our best to contribute where we can, and where we are placed, we feel that we can contribute as a team, not just as an individual, as me as Minister or the Vice Minister, but Prime Minister behind you. I think we have 14 members who can contribute wherever you decide to place them.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. Prosecutions Office opened and facilitators graduate from TTD. We'll have those stories and more after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
The Toyota JD Highlands bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The highest lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the highest bus and experience the highest pride. The bus that exceeds all expectation.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier by you like it more.
All right, man. Show me some good slippers around here.
Bossman.
Good, you want. Strong like you, smart like me. Yeah, I hope they don't break. Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus thread. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Welcome back. The NCD Prosecutions Office at Boroko Police Station in Port Moresby was opened today after undergoing maintenance since July 2024.
Due to the rundown state of the NCD Prosecution Office, prosecutors were moved to Morata House in Waigani to allow for maintenance since July 2024. Now that the construction is done, an official opening was held by the NCD and Central Commander Benjamin Turi and partners from the PNG Australia Policing Partnership. The project, funded by the government and the people of Australia through the PNG Australia Policing Partnership. When giving his remarks, Detective Superintendent Conrad Jensen said prosecution and the rule of law are the fundamental parts of any policing organization. The Australian government has come on board to support this project to ensure prosecutors, the crime investigation departments, and support staff have a conducive working environment to deliver justice. The Australian government has come on board to support this project to ensure prosecutors, the crime investigation departments, and support staff have a conducive working environment to deliver justice and the rule of law to the people of Papua New Guinea.
Have an office, but the police prosecutors behind us, the real star of this show, and delivering justice and rule of law for Port Moresby and PNG.
In his acknowledgement speech, the NCD and Central Commander Turi thanked the Australian government for the support that paves the way for prosecutors to have a suitable office space to work under so they can contribute meaningfully to the law and justice sector of this country.
On behalf of our Police Commissioner, I want to thank our friend from the Australian Federal Police and partners who have done a great job in refurbishing this office for us to use.
The Australian government also supported the refurbishment of the communication centre and cell blocks and provided uniforms and training for police officers. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Graduation marks the culmination of years of hard work and sacrifice. And for the University of Goroka, it was a milestone moment as the next generation of midwifery leaders graduated last week. Coinciding with Papua New Guinea's 50th independence anniversary, the graduation reflects a bright future for the nation. Since 2012, the Australian High Commission has awarded 219 scholarships for the Bachelor of Midwifery program at UOG, with 170 scholarships going to women. Among the standout graduates, Benedicta Bebeyuyo received the Midwifery Clinical Practice Award and the PNG Australia Partnership Prize for her exceptional academic and leadership skills. Gilbert Gay, which was honoured with the Midwifery Leadership Award for his life-saving efforts in a remote village. In Port Moresby today, a special graduation ceremony marked the successful completion of the Transformational Leadership Training Program, or TTD, for a group of dedicated facilitators. The program, run by the Babukori Women's Development Association, or VWDA, in partnership with the PNG Tribal Foundation, Senesim PNG, and the Maxwell Leadership Foundation, aims to equip participants with leadership and personal development skills to drive change in communities. The graduation ceremony recognized the hard work, perseverance, and commitment of the facilitators who completed the 11-week training course. VWDA President Molly O'Rourke congratulated the graduates, emphasizing that their journey had been one of self-discovery and transformation.
Graduation, as we know, is a testament of your dedication and a time to reflect on the journey each one of you has taken and celebrate your achievements. Your hard work is paid off, and you should be all proud of your accomplishment. Your dedication and perseverance have brought you this far. You are now facilitators, and you can organize your TTD with your families and community leaders in your different sections and spaces.
The facilitators studied 10 key leadership values, learning how to change mindsets, set priorities, lead by example, and develop servant leadership qualities. The team shared the 7 steps to success. This encouraged graduates and those who will be interested to join in the next program to commit to daily growth, dream big, and take responsibility for their journey.
Each one of us have our own journey. Transformation is one person's journey.
The event also acknowledged the support of key partners, including the Country Operations Manager of PNG Tribal Foundation, Pena Pokea and Philly Marai. VWDA expressed gratitude to PNGTF for its continued support in promoting transformational leadership.
It's a very exciting time. The change is good. If we don't change our mindset and what we do, our country will go to the dogs. We at Tribal Foundation, we want to support this, work with people who are like-minded people who are passionate about change. And so once we do that, I believe people will see and say, okay, something good happening. And hopefully all the Motu and coastline villages can see. Hopefully NCDC can see. Hopefully community can see. And change can happen. So change is a journey. And hopefully community can change. It's 50 years. So, may something good start here.
As the graduates step into their roles as facilitators, they now have the responsibility to share these values with their families and communities. VWDA looks forward to another successful year of empowering individuals and fostering leadership across PNG. With their new skills and mindset, these graduates are set to make a positive impact in their communities. Meanwhile, among the many who completed the program, 2 graduates spoke about their personal transformation and the impact of the training.
If you want to succeed in life, you have to be committed. Commitment is what helps you achieve your goals. True commitment inspires and attracts other people. It shows them that you have convictions. They will believe in you only if you are committed to your cause. This is why John Maxwell says, commitment is the one quality above all others that enables a potential leader to become a successful leader. My encouragement to all my friends, the participants, remember, commitment separates doers from dreamers.
I'm happy I've gone through this 11 weeks of climbing the mountain. Until now, I'm at the mountain.
And now for the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2494 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2419 US, $0.3846 Australian dollars, $0.2246 euro, and 37.34 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close. Gold, coffee, crude oil and copper closed higher, cocoa and copper closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. You are watching TV1 News. We'll have news from overseas when we come back. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You eat them, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaruki up a big smile on face. Time cook him chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 28 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
I'm in the CIA. You ready?
No! No one could land that plane like I did. I am gonna have to get him out myself.
Refuse to play, and you die.
Dominic Toretto just went rogue. Cool.
Oh, it's not cool. Cool. No, I said it's not cool.
That's up in the air. Tugman underneath it. And India strike already. But this is better. Warner on one leg. That's a shot we've seen him play many times.
Oh no, and it's gone through.
Oh my goodness, what a blinder that is! That is absolutely sensational.
Thanks for staying with us. The past MP-constituent relationships that shaped Vanuatu's political instability around local rather than national interests will be tested by Vanuatu's next parliament, the 14th legislature. The official results of the 2025 snap election will be announced imminently. The date of the first parliamentary sitting post-election must be announced by 6 February, 21 days, after the election as per the parliamentary standing orders. The new parliament will put to test the candidates' election promises that a different type of political leadership will deliver the much called for stability. More than a dozen neo-Nazis from across the country are facing an Adelaide court today after descending on the city's war memorial on Australia Day. A supporter of the group was also arrested outside the police watch house today for allegedly displaying a Nazi symbol.
16 people who are all members of the National Socialist Network were charged with various offences, including loitering, going disguised and displaying a Nazi symbol on Sunday. The group was arrested after standing on the War Memorial on North Terrace in the city in disguise on Australia Day at the same time as other organised protests. Two of them, a 16-year-old boy and a 57-year-old man, have already been granted police bail to appear in court at a later date. A small group of supporters arrived in court before the hearing today, with one of them arrested for allegedly being present at Sunday's protests. He was charged with 2 counts of displaying a Nazi symbol and will likely appear in court tomorrow. One of those granted bail we've seen today is Shannon George Bartell, a 24-year-old man from Adelaide. He's the only South Australian who was arrested after Sunday's protest. As a part of his bail, he's banned from the city and must stay away from all war memorials and statues. The other was 30-year-old Mason James Robbins, who was charged with possessing an article of disguise and use of the Nazi symbol. Most of those appearing in court today are expected to be granted bail and will have to return to South Australia for their next court date later this year.
Shoppers and travellers are being warned to expect more hip pocket pain as the Australian dollar tumbles. Global currency traders are waiting for more details on Donald Trump's signature tariff policy, which has investors buying up US dollars.
Travelling can be stressful, and for Aussies going overseas, they're finding their money isn't going as far. Philip and Martina Cross have been watching the Aussie dollar for 4 to 5 weeks.
I think you just have to step around it in some ways.
The couple are heading to Europe and won't be splashing out at fancy restaurants.
The tour is all-inclusive, so I think that makes it a lot easier.
The Australian dollar has been falling against a basket of currencies in recent months, including the euro and US dollar.
It's become really clear that the Aussie dollar is sensitive to Trump's tariff policy, so that if he goes aggressively on tariffs, then the Aussie will weaken.
Also hitting the Aussie, a weak Chinese economy, sending commodities prices lower.
They're our largest export partner. So the weak outlook there is depressing the outlook for Australian exports and therefore demand for the Aussie.
I think that the risks are that we see it struggling near term.
How low could we go?
I think we can get into the high 50s area.
What the US Federal Reserve does with interest rates, analysts say, is the big wild card for the Australian dollar. Higher US interest rates relative to Australia puts downwards pressure on the local currency as traders buy up US dollars to invest in American assets. If, for example, there are fewer interest rate cuts in the United States, the local currency, the Aussie dollar, could fall further. A weaker dollar pushes up the price of US imports, making the inflation fight more difficult, with Aussies still grappling with the cost of living crisis.
15,000 people are expected to attend Parramatta's largest ever Lunar New Year festival in Sydney's west this weekend.
Largest ever Lunar New Year celebrations held here in Sydney's Parramatta Square. Now, with the Year of the Snake being welcomed today, the festivities are being marked by this 20-metre long laundry line artwork that you can see behind me, amongst food stalls, dance performances and cultural workshops such as calligraphy and tea ceremonies that will be held here on Saturday. Now, Saturday's celebrations will go from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. and about 15,000 people are expected to show up. But today we've been lucky enough to watch a performer from one of Sydney's largest K-pop groups, Sirius. We also came in contact with the God of Wealth, who's standing here behind me. They were handing out red envelopes. Now, I haven't had a chance to actually check what, if anything, is inside it, but nonetheless, it's very celebratory regardless. The festival is significant in Chinese, Thai, Vietnamese, and Korean cultures, amongst others, and the celebrations in Sydney are expected to last 19 days.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports with Jasmine, praise for PNG darts team and Rosso Cup ends.
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 28 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Hey, do you know that Cell Money gives you twice the Digicel credits you recharge when you top up your phone with Cell Money?
Yes, I have the good news. So now I put 3 kina in my phone. I receive 6 kina credit.
Well, that's why now I like to top up 5 kina because I receive 10 kina. And then I use my credits to call, send text, or get data.
Let's go to a Digicel store or Cell Money agent today. Deposit money in your Cell Money wallet to top up and receive the double credit.
Dial *888# to do it all with Cell Money.
Cell Money, do it all with Cell Money.
There have always been myths, tales of fortunes made, and others squandered. But now, there is a new breed of alchemists. They're pioneers.
Maybe this is our year.
Daredevils.
I need to go someplace dangerous.
And master craftsmen.
When you find gold, kind of sets your heart sailing.
And don't count out the hustlers.
This is more money than some people make in a lifetime.
Who'll turn grit into gold. Strike it rich. Summer of Gold. This month on Discovery.
A lot of people in this country thought, well, we wouldn't be able to do it. They were talking in terms of 2 or 3 decades. Well, I was talking in terms of few years.
Thanks for staying with us. Following concerns raised by the PNG Baseball Softball Confederation on the lack of enthusiasm and commitment by the national women's squad to training sessions recently, the team has regrouped and improved in areas that they were lacking. Over the past 2 weeks, the girls have showed some urgency in turning up in numbers for both the field and indoor sessions. Under the High Performance Training Program, training has been boosted with the inclusion of the Tovia brothers, Danny and Ezekiel Jr., to assist with batting and positional plays, including the pitches and catches department, apart from the infield and outfield, which are crucial aspects of the game. Meanwhile, Australian-based national coach Ken Selu and player Kalani Selu will be joined by other squad members from Rabaul and KVN in Port Moresby this week for an intense 1-week training camp. A final 17-woman team will be finalized during the camp for the Pacific Mini Games in Palau in June. The PNG national team has returned home today with a championship trophy, won at the 4th South Pacific Darts Championship in Suva, Fiji. President of the PNG Darts Federation, Molian Kilepak, has nothing but praise for the team for reclaiming the championship title they won back in 2028 in Vanuatu.
PNG national darts team was treated to a welcome reception at the Sportsing Club by the PNG Darts Federation, appreciating their achievement at the regional event. President of PNG Dart Federation, Molian Kilepak, said the boys did a great job and reclaimed the South Pacific Dart Championship title. He said the boys were dominant in the event and deserved the win, but the Cook Highlands was equally good enough in the final challenge.
For the national men's team, it's a great feeling to reclaim the title as the kings of South Pacific Darts Championship. The boys did exceptionally well. I am so proud. If there's a word I can describe that is beyond the kind of excitement and that I have as the president.
Kilepak hope the championship win can attract corporate sponsors to support them in future events. With the big win, the PNG Darts team is already eyeing participation at the World Darts Federation World Cup set for North Korea later this year.
So as part of the membership of the World Darts Federation, we will attend all sanctioned World Darts Federation events, one of which for this year is the World Darts Cup in South Korea in September, end of September. So the National Dart Federation needs to work with corporate agencies to be able to run events and generate finance to help fund our players to participate in that particular event.
The PNG National Darts Federation president highlighted that his side scored more 180s in the championship, more than any other country present at the championship, which is a testament to their high level of performance. Kilepak further made special recognition to the youngest player in the team, 13-year-old Sarah Pepena, from her participation at the event. He said the young ace has a promising future in darts.
She was the star of the event, even though the boys won. I think everyone was making reference to PNG having a 13-year-old sensation. She scored a 180. That's the highest score any dart player can score in a match. And she was one of only 3 female players that were able to score 180. So Sarah's got a very promising future. She's represented National Capital Darts District Association as well.
Kilepak concluded that finance has been their biggest issue over the years, although they have exceptional talents to showcase at the regional and international events. He is hoping the government and corporate houses can recognize the sport and support as they do to other sporting codes.
I'd like to see more involvement of the corporate sector with the National Federation. Hopefully this particular performance by our boys or the national team can make a difference, and we look forward to working with the corporate sector to change the image of that and seek more financial assistance.
Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
Goroka Lodge Eastern Highlands Provincial Darts Competition, for the first time, had attracted over 10 teams from outside provinces. The competition, held over the weekend at the Goroka Lodge, was hailed success as the 28 participating team departed satisfied. Goroka Team 2 secured the title and wrote its name to the shield that will be played for in the next 9 years.
The Goroka Lodge Eastern Highlands Provincial Darts Competition has been hosting the competition where darts enthusiasts in the province convene for the grand prize. For the first time this year, the competition has expanded to other provinces in the region. Goroka Lodge Eastern Highlands Province Dart Competition has invited teams from sister provinces, Chimbu, Madang and Morobe, to their 2-day competition, with an aim to promote the sport and create bond. The competition was hailed success with the grand final on Sunday. Teams 2 and 4 of Goroka met in the sealed grand final in the local derby, and Team 2 wanted to etch its name onto the shield as an inaugural Goroka Lodge Eastern Highlands Provincial Darts Competition winner. The shield will stand for 10 years, and the winning team in each of those years will have their names written on it. Winners of the competition, Goroka Team 2 walked home with 5,000 kina cash and the trophy. The shield runner-up and those teams met in the final for plate and bowl were given their prizes. Consolation prizes were also given to all 28 participating teams and individual awards given to best players. According to the tournament director Warwick Wild, the competition hosted 3 teams from Mount Hagen, 2 from Chimbu, 2 from Yonki, 2 from Ley, a team from Ramu and 5 teams from Madang. The host Goroka fielded 8 teams. Wild appreciated the participating teams both from within the province and those that had travelled in to participate. He praised the efforts in the two-day competition and is anticipating an even better competition next year. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The annual festive season Rosso Cup tournaments, hosted in selected number of suburbs covering all 6 wards of Lae City for more than 5 years, now comes to an end as well, welcoming the academic year for many. The Rosso Cup, an initiative of Lae MP John Rosso, is a community-oriented event bringing together everyone for one bigger purpose, and that is to celebrate the holidays with a lot of games and fun away from the social influences. It's been the added value for Lae City residents in sports to unite every weekend and prove their talents in volleyball for the women and rugby touch for the men. For over 4 weekends, the Rosso Cup tournaments for 2024-2025 has been summed up pretty well, drawing in an average of 20 teams in each category of the respective challenges. At the East Tarka Rosso Cup Challenge over the weekend, Last Commission was crowned the Men Touch Rugby 9s champion, defeating Girex 1-0 in golden point time after scores were tied 0 at all full time. Australia will have a one-off test against Fiji in the lead-up to its 3-match series against the British and Irish Lions. Fiji defeated Australia in the pool stage of the 2023 Rugby World Cup, the last time the two nations played. Australia and Fiji will play their test match on Sunday, July the 6th.
Henry Hutchison leads them out. They want to mark their territory, don't they, Australia? Hugely positive tournament last year. Ball in hand.
A massive year for Australian international rugby will begin with a revenge mission for one of the darkest days in the history of the Wallabies. The team will play a one-off test match against Fiji in Newcastle on July 6th. It's only hit out before the 3-test series against the British and Irish Lions. The Newcastle game will be the first match between the two nations since Fiji achieved a major boil-over in the 2023 Rugby World Cup. Fiji, along with Wales, progressed out of the group to the semi-finals, while Australia missed out on the knockout phase for the first time in its history. Fiji was narrowly beaten by England in the quarter-final of that World Cup, and last year defeated Wales in Cardiff for the first time. Wallabies say the test match against Fiji will be an excellent preparation for the Lions. The Flying Fijians bring a physicality and flair that makes the team entertaining to watch and tough to beat. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
Australia captain Alyssa Healy is confident she will play in tomorrow's test match against England. Healy has been wearing a moon boot for the last few days after missing all 3 T20 matches. Reporter Alexia Pesquet was at training today.
The captain fronted the media this morning, and Alyssa Healy was very confident that she will play tomorrow. She has been cleared by the team's medical staff, but still she'll need to wait until the team is announced tomorrow.
It's been surprising to me every single day that I've done some stuff, just how well it's responded. So I was pushed pretty hard yesterday. I think you all saw me. I was blowing a fair bit. I've never done speed nicking before in my life, so it was good fun. But yeah, obviously we've done that on purpose to try and see what I can and can't get through, and I've pulled up really well, so I'm really positive moving forward.
The captain did train with the team this afternoon. It was only a light session. Now, if she does play, she's likely to only bat with Beth Mooney to keep the gloves, as she did in the T20 series. Ash Gardner has also been cleared to play and told Healy that she is good to go. England will head into the match hoping to avoid a complete whitewash. It'll be the first time a team has whitewashed the series since the multi-format series was introduced back in 2013.
We haven't played our best cricket at all as a side. We haven't shown what we're about, and the next 4 days is a chance to do that, for us to show exactly who we are as cricketers and who we are as people. There's a lot of character in that group, yeah, we're obviously hurting from quite a tough tour and disappointed that we haven't put out our best cricket for sure.
It's also the first Test match that has been played here at the MCG in 75 years, and a Healy inclusion would be a massive boost for the Aussies.
And that's all we have for sports. It's now over to Carol with the weather report.
Southern region, Port Moresby, sunny to possible brief evening showers. Popondetta, partly cloudy with brief evening showers. Omase, Ley, partly sunny to cloudy evenings. Panimo, rain showers and possible thunderstorms to cloudy evening. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, partly sunny to few evening showers and cloudy. Boca, partly cloudy with evening showers and thunderstorms. Highlands, Mount Hagen, partly sunny to cloudy evening with few showers tonight. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with west to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots with gusts tonight. Solomon Sea, seas smooth to slight with northwest winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Seas, seas smooth with northwest to northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters, waters of Samare Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands and Huon Gulf to Finschhafen, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of New Ireland to East New Britain to Bougainville, and waters of West New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.